game 3 of 4 Against Darkness, the Broadland. Long story short, we have all been staying at the Church of the Sisters because Sister Sheila received our first mission from her leader in the church. Meanwhile, we went back. The leader in the church told us where we could find a holy potion at the Holy Stones. We adventured over there. We ultimately ran with our tail between our legs as it was way too dangerous. We were in a bad way. On our way back, the barbarian, again obsessed maybe with something he saw in the woods, traveled down to a small village that turned out to be the garden of a Medusa. We managed to negotiate. I should say we. Sister Sheila managed to succeed at a bribe roll and was able to pay off the Medusa. We all, and then with what was left of her blessings, brought us all back, or brought the other 3 back from petrification, and we made it back to Calton. However, she will automatically get to start with 3 heals and 3 blessings to start this next game. However, everybody is beat up. Their hit points aren't refreshed, or at least I'm not refreshing their hit points unless they actually pay for it, staying in it, so they have to do something to refresh their hit points. So we're still not great here. Also, so that's the deal. However, we are in Calton. We are with the Church of the Sisters, and I've decided we're going to sell our 2 blessing scrolls. That's going to be 200 gold. And we're going to sell that Ring of Teleportation, which is valued at 22 gold unless we use the abilities. We're not. We're going to sell it as a magic item. So we're going to have 222 gold. 22 divided by 4. We're just going to put the 22 in a party fund. So I'm going to put here we have 22 gold in a party fund. Okay, so Ward Asher has 50, the Barbarian 32, Simon 52, but we have no treasure now, and we purchased a potion of healing, and we're gonna give that to Sister Sheila. So she's gonna have that potion of healing. So now we can actually choose now to travel back to Rock Island, back into the original dungeon, and find her to give it to her, or we could just go on about our lives, and when and if she shows up in the middle of the world demanding her potion of healing, we give it to her. I think that's what we'll do because I want to continue on. So now the thing is, what are we going to do? Now remember, we do not have to roll a quest when we're in a town that somebody's from. We can negotiate a quest or just choose a quest. I think it'd be fun to basically mingle at Cowtown and see what quests we might find. And that's what I'm going to do. Is I want him alive as 1 above, but the party must subdue the boss, tie him up with a rope, and take him to the creature's room to complete the quest. To subdue a monster, you must either use the sleep spell or fight with -1 on all attack rolls. Ooh, wow. Okay, it says bring me his head. We need to capture a boss in a particular room. This one says bring him alive. Okay, so we have to bring back someone alive. Now remember, this is an overland. We got this quest in overland, so it's not in a room. We have to first find out where we need to go to get this guy. So now we roll to see where this particular person was last heard of. For old ruins. And the old ruins are a long way away. And we're talking across the river. We're talking across the harvest, through the Great Plains. And then we're going to have to cross the river again and then into the old ruins. So if we cross the river, it's going to require a boat, which is going to require money. So we can either cross the bridge, go down to Gonolin, cross the bridge, and over to the old ruin, which is a long way. So this is going to be a long, long overland adventure. Who do we have to capture? 3. An ogre. Oh, criminy, criminy. Ogre. And we're going to say his name is... well, there's... I don't know, he'd probably have a name. So we have to capture an ogre and bring him back alive to Calton. And the reason I say to Calton, because we're not in a dungeon when we get this quest. We actually get the quest in Calton, which means they expect us to go to the old ruin, get him, and bring him back to Calton. So we have to go to the old ruin, generate our dungeon, defeat the boss, and then leave the old ruin with the ogre and bring him to Calton. This is going to be ugly, 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 and we're going to have to feed this guy and everything else. And an ogre is not easy, as he does some serious damage. Jiminy Christmas. So we got to capture the ogre. I don't have a random name book. I need a random name book to name the ogre, but rope costs 4 gold. So we're going to buy rope with the party fund. That's going to leave us 18 gold, and we now have rope. I'm going to put the rope with Simon the halfling. So he's going to have the rope. All right, Sister Sheila has 3 heals. We have no heal. We have a healing potion, but we're holding on to that to give to the lady in white if she shows up. 20 off, so he's down to 30 gold. He's going to buy enough bandages to heal all the way up. So that's 20 gold for him to get back up to 100. He needs 3, which is going to be 15, so he has 17 gold left, but he's fully going to be healed up. And I like this. I like having to manage these resources. I'm sure there may be some obscure rule in the book I just haven't remembered or seen, but I like this. It forces us to utilize and sell stuff, find stuff. It's going to force me to search more if I want more gold, more treasure. She needs only 1, so it's going to cost her only 5. So she's at 22. And she's up to 5 health. And the halfling was at 32. He needs 1, so he's going to be at 27 gold. So we're doing okay. We got a little bit of gold. Always can pool our gold as a party of friends now that we've been together for multiple sessions. And the other final piece before we head out is there has to be an argument among this group. The barbarian really honestly endangered their lives by twice failing back-to-back navigation checks and ended up in the arms of a Medusa, and the Medusa would have ultimately destroyed us had it miraculously she not made her save. So I think there's got to be an argument here among the party that, remember, halflings and barbarians and elves are the only ones that can lead the party in the country. The barbarian has been the leader, but at this point, I think the halfling would be nominated to lead. And what we're going to do is we're going to roll. And I'm just going to roll basically an argument. So I'm just going to invent rules here on the fly for a basic argument. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to roll. And the argument die will be this: whatever this number comes up, they all have to be in agreement with that number to change the leader. So let's put it this way: if I roll a 3 and we get 3, 3, 3, 3, they all agree to change Simon to being the leader in the field, right? So it's going to be a little bit obscure, but what that represents is whether the barbarian's willing to listen to them at all. Right? Okay, so 6 is the goal. Nobody, so not one of them likes the idea of removing the barbarian from leadership. So we can argue narratively, does that mean that they're all behind the barbarian, they really trust the barbarian, and they understand what happened? Or is that they're all intimidated by the barbarian? Well, we don't know. But the barbarian will continue to lead in the field as Simon is not going to be leading them. And as a halfling, not able to fight very well, probably a good, smart decision. But for the heck of it, here we go. We have to capture an ogre at the old ruins. This is going to be an epic overland adventure, and here we go. Remember, first and foremost, we have to eat successfully. We do. So he feeds us successfully, and then we have to head out, not roll a 1. We do. And will the lady in white show up on us? She does. So she literally, as we cross the bridge on the first day, we cross. Remember, this is a giant city bridge. It's a city. Stone city on a huge bridge that crosses what's called River Cow. So you could take a day to travel this stone bridge city over to the other side, and she shows up on us at camp and demands her potion. And fortunately, we are going to succeed because we purchased the potion. We are done with that. We have actually succeeded the lady, and I'm going to call that a completion of the very first game, as that was the one part hanging over our head. We have actually, so day 1, we completed potion delivery to the lady in white. And we can now move on, and that is done. We've completed that from Adventure 1. This side of the bridge, remember, our warrior must keep watch. Don't roll a 1. Good. So the next morning, we're ready to go. We're going to cross through what's called Harvest. Remember, a full length of our. Actually, I could just move it like that. There we go. So we're in Harvest for day 1. He has to feed us, of course, I should say. Yeah, he fed us. So we got to go back, actually, because we have to get the barbarian and everybody on track. Oh, the barbarian again. And again, this doesn't mean he's lost necessarily. It could mean that he is curious, and he's heading in a direction that we may not want to go, and the barbarian is doing it to us again. So this is a problem, as he has failed. Now, a 1 to 4 means we are ultimately lost. 1, yes. So the barbarian somehow in here is wandering in the wrong direction. That's going to cost us another day. We have to watch. Successful. We have to eat. Successful. Thank God. But the barbarian the next day gets us on the right path. So we're finally here in what's called the Great Plains, near just north of Harvest Town. And Harvest Town is where they harvest all of this grain and send it to Calton to be delivered all over. So there'll be quite a few farms, a lot of agriculture here. All right, so we got a camp in the middle of the Great Plains, and unfortunately Ward is going to be ambushed. On a roll of 1, he's ambushed. Roll the minion table on page 36. So just like that, in the middle of the night, Ward again caught off guard. D3 plus 3 goblins. 7 goblins, and again, let's first roll to see. 1, they'll flee. So let's roll to see how they react to us. 4, no, they want to fight. So 7 goblins come from the darkness, out of the woods, out of the surrounding grasslands of the harvest as we camp. The fire grows dim, nothing but charcoal in the fire as everybody snores and sleeps, and including our including Ward Asher, our warrior soldier. And we have 7 goblins to deal with now, folks, and they are level 3, I believe. We crossed, we got lost, we're here, yep, it's actually day 3. We let the lady in white on day 1. Here we go, they go first, and this is what they roll to hit us. They are level 3, and therefore we need to roll 3 or better to avoid damage. Barbarian successful, Ward is successful, Sheila's successful. Simon, unfortunately, is overwhelmed by a couple of these goblins, and he's going to suffer a point of damage. That's 4 goblins. We have 3 goblins left. We're going to say Simon, being the smallest, will have another goblin after him. We'll have Ward, who is asleep, and we'll have Sheila. And they're leaving the big guy alone, the last 3 goblins. And it is, Simon is badly wounded again, and Sheila is wounded. Oh, whoops, so Simon is down to 2. Man, we may not survive this first one, and she is down to 4. Holy cow, but there's going to be paybacks or hell, as it is now our turn. And surprise is over. Ward is once again falling asleep on duty. And here we go. We need 6. Now remember, if I get 6s, this is something I've been forgetting to do. 6s blow up. You get to keep rolling. So let's say the barbarian rolls a 6. He kills 2 goblins, but I get to keep rolling every 6. He can end up killing multiple goblins in one shot. So 6s actually explode. I've been forgetting to do that. And we end up with a 5. That's a kill. That's a kill. That's a kill. And unfortunately, Ward fails to kill. But we do kill 3. We're down to 4 goblins. And now we go first from here on out, right? They do not go first from here on out. There's 4 goblins left. Let's hope now we can end this before Simon falls. Oh, wow. Well, we get 2 more kills. Actually, no, Ward fails again. So Ward is drowsy. He's not on his game, and there are 2 goblins left. And they're going to get to go. And again, let's roll Simon and Sheila. Ultimately are struggling to take care of theirs. And wow, Simon is down to 1. You've got to be kidding me. Poor Simon. Oh wait, no, he gets to add 1 to that. So he's okay. I forget his armor. I forgot his armor because we now have shields involved and armor involved. So he's okay. And she's okay. Alright, here we go. Next turn, we got to finish off these goblins. And we do. No more goblins left. They are minions, so we score an XP for that. And it is 4. Minus 1 is 3. 3 is a scroll with a random spell. Let's go back here to this random spell table. And that spell happens to be 5. Escape spell. Very cool. So we end up finding an escape spell. I don't believe we can use it. Jax can't carry. We're going to put it on Ward's body. Survived that night. She's going to have to use a heal right now on Simon. 1 die 6. She heals Simon. He's back up to 100%. Okay, Sheila will go ahead and stay with her injury. Simon is a little bit shaken up, and of course there's a lot of bad blood now in the group as Ward now has been ambushed twice in their journeys. Okay, next day we're going to go ahead and see if he can feed us. He can. Can the barbarian put us where we want to go? Yes, 6. So we successfully forayed, again, almost out of the Great Plains, headed to Gonolin. And now we need to set camp. Yes, 6. Beautiful. Finally, we're getting on our horse here. The next morning, he feeds us another 6. Man, I'm rolling all these brilliant 6s. And he takes us in the proper direction. So we're really making good time now. Has this been, that was our 4th. This is our 5th day. We're almost at Gonolin on day 4. No problems. This is day 5. Or that was day 5, so day 1. Day 2, we got lost. Day 3, day 4, day 5. This is actually day 6, no problems. Day 6. Yeah, we fought on day 3. We had a fight with the goblins. So we're in day 6 of this journey already. Set camp. So, unfortunately, again, roll the minion table. Yep, they're hobgoblins. Pardon me, 1 die 6. And then I rolled a 4 on the hobgoblins, and it is fight. So they do not want to bribe, they want to fight. And they're level 4, so they're a little tougher to kill. Here we go, but there's 4 of them, which is good news. They don't outnumber us so great. Here we go, though, but we have to roll a 3 or better. We're ambushed, but I have armor, 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 armor. So I get +1. So I just need to roll a 3 or better for everybody to avoid damage. Damage for her, damage for the halfling, but the barbarian and the warrior are okay. But again, she suffers. She's down to 3, and he's back down to 3. We're not going to make it through this. And that's 4. Now it's our turn. We need to roll. We got +1, +2, +4. Simon's a -1. So we really need 3s. These guys need 3s. Yep, and a 6 kills 1. +1 would be, okay, we get to blow that up. So I get to add to that. So 6. If I get another 6, keep adding. So she's already killed 2. She's on a warpath. 4. So she kills 6, which is 4. So she kills 4, 2, and 2. So she kills 2. She literally does kill 2. We're down to 2 hobgoblins. Excuse me, 4 hobgoblins. So she goes berserk and kills 2. The barbarian with +1 kills 1. That's down to 3 hobgoblins. And our warrior kills 1, down to 2 hobgoblins. He needs a 5 or better. And Simon, unfortunately, does not kill the hobgoblins. So there's 1 hobgoblin left, but we get to go first since surprise is over. Let's find out how we do. Wow, okay, so those 2 fell miserably, but these 2 kill off the final 2 hobgoblins, and that is another XP. That is 8, that's 9. 1 more XP and we'll all level up immediately. Okay, back to our marching order. And again, that was a felled camp, so we know what that means. That means we have to eat the next day before we can move on to Gonolin. We do. So the Hobbit has done a brilliant job fishing, foraging. Okay, Barbarian, you got to get us to Gonolin. 2, he sure does. So we will arrive in Gonolin, which is a fortified city that guards this furthest point of the what's called the Long Wide River. And it is a fortified city, so we're in Gonolin. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what kind of quality Gonolin's in here. Gonolin may hopefully be not a depressed city or angry city or a city under duress. So what's the mood of Gonolin as they arrive? I miss that one every time. 6. They're prosperous, festive, and happy. That's brilliant. So what that means is they're having a festival. Maybe they've for some reason there's the economy's booming. Maybe there's stuff going on, but wonderful. So that's going to be a lot of good positive, which means I would assume we can make deals. We can do all kinds of things like that. So Gonolin is prosperous and happy. So what a wonderful place for us to stop and rest. We're going to go ahead and buy bandages again here. Day 7 and 8 in Gonolin. Rest and recovery. All right, day 9. We're going to be setting out. We got to cross the bridge successfully. Let's see. He feeds us, so we're good to go in the morning. And the barbarian ready to go. Yes, he is. We cross the bridge. Now we have to camp on the opposite side of the river. And 2, we do successfully have protection. The next morning, the Hobbit fishing very, very, very good, and the Barbarian well on our way. So we're gonna now. Jargus Village actually is where Jax is from. They are a nomad village, so anytime you travel to Jargus Village, because they're nomadic, you got to make a roll to see if they can find them, because the clan Jargus moves around this region. This is where they're known to be, but if I got there and rolled and they're not there, they would have to randomly come across them. Although Jax, he's here, he knows this is his home country, I would say Jax might want to stop in and maybe check another quest with his chief. So let's head for Jargus. Why not? Here we go. We got a camp here. Yep, beautiful. Good camp. The next day we are well fed, and let's see if he can take us to his clan. 3, he does. So he's heading us to the clan. And now we got a camp. That, by the way, that's day 9. Left Gonolin, crossed the bridge, crossed bridge. Day 10, no problem. Day 11, headed for Jargus. And again, once I get there, I don't know if they're actually there, right? Okay. So now we've camped, right? We got to feed us in the morning. 4, he feeds us, and the Barbarian takes us 6, very successful, over to Jargus clan. Now, my rules state, Jargus requires, let's see here, nomadic. If I roll a 1, we cannot find them, but if I don't roll a 1, our Barbarian knows how to find his people. And 2, he has trouble, but he finds them and he eventually hunts them down, and we're able to meet with his chief. And I have all this written in here, by the way, because this is related to it. So basically, when we're in Calton, we can use the Church of the Sisters because of Sister Sheila, or we can use the Rock Island Watch, which is a guild tower on the bridge that watches Rock Island, which Calton's fears the dragon of Rock Island. And that is where Ward Asher would have connections. Meanwhile, the Jargus clan is nomadic. Don't roll a 1. We did okay. Chief Axon Troyx is his chief, and he can give us. And when we're in Harrows, which is the home of the Hobbit, we can use use the Harrows people, which is actually identified in this book. All right, the chief here, or his chief of his small little tribe of the Jargus clan, is Axon Troyx, and he can from here get a second quest. So let's go ahead and roll the second quest, see if we like it better than the quest we're currently on, which is, and we'll see how this goes. So let's go ahead and use our Barbarian. 1, bring me his head. The creature asks the party to kill a monster. Okay, awesome. Where would this monster be? Now we are currently in his home, so I don't have to use random tables. I could actually have selected what I wanted, and I can select where this creature is at. So let's do that, because part of the goal of visiting your own hometowns is you don't have to use random tables. So we're going to say that Axon Troyx says that in the Dark Woods there is a creature, and let's go ahead and look up the creatures. It has to be a boss. This is the danger. It has to be a boss. And let's see. Let's say that boss is a. Let's say it's a. Let's say it's an orc brute that has been harassing the Jargus clan, and he hit and runs outside the Dark Woods, which is the home of elves. But for some reason he's on the outskirts. So we're going to go after an orc brute, level 5 points. So this is going to be a beast. We're going to go after him. And so all we got to do is travel to the Dark Woods, and we'll be able to face the orc brute. Let's do it as we accept the challenge of the orc brute. Everybody maybe not too happy about it, but that's what we're going to do. And the next day we will leave. So let's see first if we're fed well. Simon does a good job getting the folks to take care of us, and our Barbarian leads us successfully halfway to the Dark Woods. Beautiful, man. So far things are going well for a huge overland adventure. We are already on so we spent day 12, Jargus. Accepted a quest, kill orc brute. Day 13, we are camping. We aren't yet at the Dark Woods. Camping. Okay, here we go. Do we camp successfully? Yes, we do. Does Simon feed us? Yes, he does. Man, we're very successful. And the barbarian, can he get us to the dark woods? Yes, he does. So we are in the dark woods, and we are prepared to face the orc brute. The orc brute reactions, one is a bribe. So let's go ahead and roll what kind of reaction he has to us. We are not afraid. Well, we're supposed to kill him, aren't we? So we have no choice. Yeah, we have to bring him in alive. That's going to be the deal here. Okay, so we got to kill this orc brute. So day 14 in dark woods, face orc brute. Uh-oh, our first boss battle, folks, and we're actually intentionally going after this. And he is a level 5 with 5 life. Jiminy Christmas. Okay. Okay, now understand that Ward Asher gets +1. We need a 5. We need a 4 or better for the warrior to do damage. So we're going to start though with a leader out in the country. The barbarian has a +1, so he needs a 4 or better. And he does. He gets a 4, so he does a point of damage. Woo! Beautiful. So our barbarian attacks, does good damage. Sheila has a +1 attack as well. With a two-handed weapon is Y. He's not undead, but a two-handed weapon. So she gets a +1. We need a 4 better. Yes. So she does a point of damage. Man, we might actually bring him in. We might kill him without much of a problem here. -1 for the little hobbit. He's gonna need a 6 actually. No, he fails miserably. And of course, +1. We need a 4 better for our warrior, and he gets a 6. That's actually going to do 6. We get to blow that up. 6. 6. That is 1 better, so 6 and 5. So he's actually going to do 2 points of damage. This orc is down to 1 life point, and it gets its opportunity against us, and I believe it gets 2 attacks. Does it not? The orc brute, where's it at? There it is. Orc brute gets 2 attacks, I believe. We may take out a boss pretty dang quick. That was beautiful. That's going to level us up immediately right here in the wilderness. The boss, who would he attack? Well, he's been wounded by the warrior pretty bad, so we're going to attack the warrior and the barbarian. He's going to fight off the big barbarian, not paying much attention to the halfling at all. So here we go. He needs, we have +2, so we just need, Ward Asher needs to roll a, no. So he has 5. We got to roll a 5 or better +2. So we have to roll a 3 to avoid being damaged. Does Ward Asher with his light armor and shield. We have to roll a 3. And he does avoid being damaged. And Jax has to roll with a sword and shield, a 3 or better. And yes, we avoid being damaged. Here we go. We're going to take out this orc pretty quick. So we're going to go ahead and let the barbarian start us off. And he will kill the boss. How about that? 0. We will have defeated the orc brute. Defeated orc brute. That's going to be interesting, as that's going to level us up immediately, right? I think Sister Sheila's been the hero. She's been the most consistent, and she really was what kept us alive on the second adventure. So we're going to let her have an opportunity. She needs to roll above a 1, correct? Is that what it said? Their current level? You got to roll better than their current level. So don't roll a 1, Sister Sheila, and you will level up 4. So she's going to level up to level 2. That is sweet, folks. So on day 14 in the Dark Woods, we successfully killed the Orc Brute. I think to conclude this quest, we're going to have to go back to Jargus Clan and deliver his head to him as evidence that we did our job. And then maybe we get to make another treasure roll table. That would be cool. Here we go. Let's go ahead and do that real quick before I stop this video. We're running out of juice on the video, but let's do it. So first we're going to camp here now. And we're successful camping. The next morning the halfling forages very well. Man, I'm rolling a lot of 6s. And the barbarian travels us out back toward his clan on day 15. Successful travel. Day 15. We've already been in the field, folks. Day 15, no issues. Here we go. That night we have to camp. Yes. Can the halfling feed us? Yes. And the barbarian, will he find this? Yeah. Oh, the barbarian gets lost looking for his clan. 6. It's going to be an encounter. Uh-oh, at the very end, we're going to get 4. Vermin table. Oh, that's easy. Go ahead. So we're basically ambushed by vermin. So we got, how many did I roll? 4 vampires? 4 vampire frogs. This is kind of bizarre right here. That's pretty sweet. They're level 4 for crying out loud. These are not undead creatures. I love how he makes sure we know that. That's brilliant. Despite the moniker, they are not undead. They just suck blood. That would be the gist of that. Level 4. For vermin, they're level 4, which is crazy, which means we won't get XP for them. Here we go, and we did find them, so we do get to go, and here we go. Let's find out what the barbarian does. The barbarian kills, 4, and he blows up, and he blows up with 2, so that he's basically going to kill 1 vermin. We got 3 left. Okay, Sister Sheila, 6. Man, I am killing these 6s today. And she kills 1. So we're down to 2. Let's go ahead and see what our halfling does. Our halfling fails miserably. 1 is an automatic failure. And 3 plus 1 for him is 4. He kills 1. We're down to 1 vampire bat. And that vampire bat is going to retaliate against the poor hobbit, as the hobbit is clearly struggling with his vampire bat. And 2 plus 1 is 3. And he has a... Wow, so he's actually wounded by the vampire frog, down to 3. Here we go. Let's see if this barbarian can finish it. Yes, 2 plus 1 kills the final vampire, no XP. And we need to camp because he got us lost. So that occurred because we were looking in the wilderness for his party, and we need to camp now. This will be day 17. Oh, we're going to be ambushed on the... So we can't get back to finish this video. We're going to be attacked by... We're going to be ambushed at camp. So day 17... Jesus, think about it. This has been an epic quest, or an epic game. Day 17... ambushed at camp, which tells us again he failed again miserably. Let's find out who the minion is. 3. The minion is... Shoot, the minion 3 is D6 hobgoblins. 1 hobgoblin. I don't think you want a piece of us, buddy. Let's see what the reaction is. 3. He'll take a bribe for 10. No way. We're going to kill him. He ambushed us, so he will get to go first. We're going to let him go first. And I think he's probably going to go after the sleeping Ward Asher, clearly having trouble staying awake. So again, he's a level 3. And 3 with Ward Asher, he made it, so he wakes up just in time. He hears, they discuss, he sneaks up on him and says, "Pay me 10 gold and I won't kill you," with a dagger at his throat. And Ward Asher then jumps up, pushes him away, and he's so quick, he stabs at Ward Asher. And now everybody's awake to kill this hobgoblin, and indeed we do. But however, 2 of them fell miserably to get attacks on him. Believe it or not, that's going to score us our 10th XP, I believe. It sure is. So that's going to mean we get to level up somebody again. We get to nominate somebody, and I think at this point, I think it should be the halfling. We're going to let the halfling make a roll. Remember, he needs to roll better than a 1 to level up, and he does. Awesome. So, because of that failed camp, we have to forage and move. He successfully forages for us, and the barbarian finds his village on a no roll of 1 for him to find his people. 6. He easily finds them. They haven't moved on from the last location. So on day 18, we back at Jargus village, we complete quest, deliver orc brute. But we've reported in, and we get to stay at Clan Village, which means in the next game we can take another mission from here or head on to the old ruin for the next phase. And this is day 18, game 2. This is technically game 3, part 1, so to speak. Right, is where we're going to stop. So we're going to rest here, and we'll go again later. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.